what to expect during the healing process. I want to talk to you about what your patient can expect during the healing process. The healing is a very individualized basis, so it's not going to be the same for every patient. But when my patients leave, I like to make sure that they are equipped for best case scenario and worst case scenario. Most of my patients will leave with the Tegaderm on if they're not allergic to the adhesive. And so with that, the first thing I like to point out to them is that throughout the day after their tattoo is going to weep a little bit of fluids into that sticker, and they're going to be able to see it. And so I noticed early on that was alarming them, like, is this supposed to be weeping or bleeding a little bit? And so prepare them in advance. It's going to weep a little bit, and it's okay. And it really is okay. The healing properties that are in our blood and that lymph that is actually weeping out, it's keeping the tattoo moist. And so since we're not using Aquaphor or any type of ointments for that moisture, the body is really just doing its own thing and healing, and so it's perfectly safe. But please just prepare your patient that could happen so that they're not startled. The rest of the healing process is it typically takes about a week for them to heal. After they're healed, they're going to go through a really dry, flaky process, and that flakiness usually is about 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks. I definitely like to encourage them that when they get to day 8 or 9 after their tattoo, start using a very gentle moisturizer, and that will help expedite that whole flaky shedding process of the tattoo. They definitely want to avoid any type of submersion, hot tubs, swimming pools, bathtubs. If they're wearing the Tegaderm, they may take a shower. Let's say that your patient is allergic to adhesive, and so I want to talk to you a little bit about the healing and the aftercare for someone who would leave in their non-stick pads. They're only going to be wearing those gauze pads for 3 days, and so after that 3rd day, once they've sat topless for their hour, they are going to have scabs that form. So it's really important to let them know that there are going to be scabs, and how important it is for them not to pick at the scabs, just to allow them to naturally fall off on their own. And that usually is around a week that those will fall off. And then a lot of the patients will want to know how soon they can come back in for a touch-up. And so it's important that they know that very well a touch-up may be needed. And I like to have my patients wait 6 to 8 weeks after having their original appointment to come back in for that touch-up.